Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen, and it is actually my first time that I am on YouTube. And I thought this would be a great opportunity due to the fact that Mother's Day is just around the corner. And I thought, why not give it a go? Um, from one mother to others, to all of you out there. Um, yeah, we made it, another year of Mother's Day. It's always a grand deal in my family and probably in many of yours as well. But it also, it kind of takes me back to my mother as well, to where I look at her and how she was mothering me and my siblings. And it's funny when you become a mother yourself, and you probably can emphasize with that, that you, as you grow more mature and your children are growing older, you reflect back and perhaps, I know that for myself, I have become more forgiving towards my mom because I look at it as no mother is perfect. I'm thinking most of us are giving all that we can, and we do our very best with what we are being given. So obviously, every generation has more of an opportunity to enrich their minds and their intellect, right? And understanding what's a go and what's not. And looking back, my mother was at times strict, but she raised all of us with a loving hand, I would say. Um, and of course, there were, boundaries that were supposed to obviously always be enforced. And it was just a different generation. But I'm thinking, looking back, that on all the moms, even my grandmother, that they all, worked really hard. And a lot of things that we now take for granted, the automated systems that we have access to, they did not have. So, doing laundry for multiple children and having a garden and, having to clean the house and there was just so much. I don't know if I could have done it, to be honest with you, if I would have put myself in her shoes, in my mother's shoes. I don't know. I have as I'm maturing, I look back and I have a huge amount of respect for her, and I know my children look at me and all that I have accomplished with raising them and moving around. I'm a former military wife, so it was often going from one location, then after a few years going to another, and what have you. And the ones of you who are in the military, part of the family of the military, the family life, or perhaps have just moved a lot, or just you understand where I'm coming from, to organize everything. So they're looking at me, I'm sure, and thinking fondly of all the things I've tried to instill in them in terms of respecting others and all the good stuff, right? At the same time, I'm looking forward to Mother's Day because every Mother's Day they seem to surprise me with something, and be flowers or what have you. I am grateful for whatever they want to do. Just them being in my life, I am very grateful for that, and hopefully they're happy that I'm in their lives, in their life, right? So yeah, to all of you mothers, I hope that you look back at your mothers and also try to understand where they have come from and what they have gone through. So it's not just about us, although it is about us, but it is definitely also, I think, important to look back and lift up all the other mothers that have brought us to the surface, so to speak, right? Us, catapulted us forward. And so they were, so many generations back. They have done so much in order to accomplish what they needed to accomplish, just to feed the families and you know and raise their children and make sure that everyone is healthy and what have you. But there's just so much going into being a mother and the motherhood But at the same time, I'm also thinking that Mother's Day could easily be every week for me, and I would be fine with it. It doesn't only have to be once a year, because I think, honestly, I think all mothers should be lifted up every day, to be honest with you, not just once a week, but always, just because we do so much. And these days, so many moms are out there and they're working one job, two, sometimes even three jobs, and raising a family, and not always easy, I mean, there are single moms out there, obviously, who are trying to just keep it all together. Uh, but at the same time, when you look back down the road, I'm hoping that you will look at all the accomplishments that you have created, that were just something you can look back and be proud of yourself as well. And hopefully put something in your children's shoes when they were little to have them look back and be grateful for all that you have done for them. That's my hope anyway for all of you. And I'm just, like I said, I thought this would be a good opportunity to come out there and reach out to all of you, because I often don't necessarily feel that we as mothers are being given enough credit for all that we do. Um, so it's not just the working, coming home. You basically always, when you take on another job, sometimes obviously, often because you have to, other times because you want to get out of the house, you really put on another hat. So now you're talking, you have two different hats, the work hat and then the home hat, the homemaker hat, right? So it's a lot. And some of you work from home, so you never really get out much. So I'm hoping you reach out to other mothers and just say, hey, let's grab a cup of coffee or cocktail. I don't know if you're drinking or not, but take them. Hopefully you will encourage them to get out once in a while and start a book club or something. Get together with other mothers, and lift each other up. That's really important. I think it's that sisterhood, right, of mothers. So I will be making many more videos. This is my first one. So again, thank you for tuning in. And I know this is a short one, and I will definitely come up with many, many more down the road. So in the meantime, I wish you the very best Mother's Day ever. Hopefully you will be spoiled rotten and you get to put your feet up and do sweet nothing. And if you want to go somewhere and go out hiking or go to a movie or have your feet or your toes painted, I should say, then go for it. Self-care, right? It's just part of it. But at the same time, always make sure you breathe, right? That you can do for yourself any old day. So, with all that being said, I wish you the very best. Happy Mother's Day, and thank you for tuning in. I'll see you another time. Thank you.